Today I'll share proven methods to finally build and maintain an exercise habit that actually sticks. Are you struggling with things like this? Starting exercise routines with great enthusiasm only to quit within weeks. Feeling guilty about unused gym memberships. Planning to work out tomorrow but tomorrow never comes. Watching others maintain fitness effortlessly while you can't seem to get started. If any of these sound familiar, don't worry, you're not alone and there's a simple solution. Let's talk about why maintaining exercise consistency feels so impossible. The first major reason is that your brain is actually wired to conserve energy. Throughout human evolution, our ancestors needed to preserve energy for survival, so our brains developed powerful mechanisms to resist unnecessary physical activity. When you try to exercise without a clear immediate purpose, your brain literally fights against you. The second reason is that most people focus entirely on long-term goals like losing weight or getting healthy, but these distant rewards don't motivate your brain's reward system effectively. Your brain responds much better to immediate benefits and instant gratification. The third reason is that people often start too aggressively. They go from zero exercise to intense hour-long workouts, which triggers your brain's threat detection system and creates negative associations with exercise. This is why the all-or-nothing approach almost never works. The common mistake everyone makes is relying purely on willpower and motivation. But here's the thing. Willpower is like a muscle that gets tired, and motivation is an emotion that comes and goes. The real secret is creating systems that work regardless of how you feel on any given day. Now let me share 6 practical methods that will transform your relationship with exercise forever. The first method is called the 2-minute momentum method. Here's exactly what to do. Choose one simple exercise like push-ups, squats, or just marching in place. Set a timer on your phone for exactly 2 minutes. Do this exercise at a comfortable pace for just those 2 minutes, no more, no less. The timing is crucial. Do this immediately after waking up, before your brain has time to come up with excuses. The frequency should be every single day without exception. Why is this so effective? Research from behavioral psychology shows that consistency matters far more than intensity when forming habits. By starting with just 2 minutes, you bypass your brain's resistance mechanisms entirely. Your brain doesn't perceive 2 minutes as a threat, so it doesn't activate procrastination responses. Here's a specific example. Sarah, a busy professional, started with just 2 minutes of stretching every morning. After 1 week, she naturally found herself wanting to do a bit more. Within a month, she was doing 15-minute workouts without forcing herself. The key is that the habit formed first, then naturally expanded. If you miss a day due to illness or emergency, don't try to do 4 minutes the next day. Just go back to your 2 minutes. Consistency beats intensity every single time. The second method is the habit stacking strategy, which leverages your existing routines. What to do? Make a list of 3 things you do every single day without fail, like brushing your teeth, making coffee, or checking your phone. Choose one of these anchor habits and attach a micro exercise to it. For example, after pouring your morning coffee, do 10 squats while it cools. The timing here is immediate. There should be no gap between the trigger habit and the exercise. Start with a number of repetitions that feels almost too easy, like your age divided by 10. Why does this work so powerfully? Your brain already has strong neural pathways for your existing habits. By linking exercise to these established patterns, you're essentially hijacking these pathways instead of trying to build new ones from scratch. Research shows that habit stacking has an 80% higher success rate than trying to create standalone habits. Here's how it looks in practice. Every time you go to the bathroom, do 5 wall push-ups against the door frame. After checking your email, do 10 desk push-ups. Before your shower, do 20 jumping jacks. One person reported that by stacking exercises onto 5 daily habits, they accumulated over 100 repetitions throughout the day without ever feeling like they were working out. The beauty is that you're not adding time to your day, you're just optimizing transitions you're already making. The third method is the environmental anchor system, which removes all decision-making from exercise. Here's the setup. Every single night before bed, lay out your exercise clothes right next to your bed where you'll step on them when you wake up. Designate one specific spot in your home as your exercise zone. This could be a corner of your bedroom, a spot in the living room, or even just a yoga mat that you leave out. The rule is simple. When you put on those exercise clothes and step into that zone, you automatically start moving. It doesn't matter what exercise you do or for how long initially, the key is creating an automatic response to the environmental cue. The timing is flexible but the response must be immediate. Clothes on equals movement starts. Why is this incredibly effective? Decision fatigue is one of the biggest barriers to exercise. Every decision you have to make depletes your mental energy. By removing all decisions and making exercise an automatic response to environmental triggers, you preserve your willpower for other challenges. Studies show that people who prepare their environment the night before are 3 times more likely to follow through with morning exercise. For example, someone placed their running shoes in the bathroom doorway so they literally had to step over them to use the bathroom. This simple obstacle made them put on the shoes, and once the shoes were on, going for a quick walk felt natural. Within 3 weeks, seeing those shoes triggered an automatic desire to move. The fourth method is the if-then flexibility framework, which ensures you never have a valid excuse to skip exercise. Take 10 minutes to write down your 3 most common exercise obstacles. For each obstacle, create a specific if-then plan. For example, if it's raining and I can't walk outside, then I'll walk up and down my stairs for the same duration. If I'm too tired for my regular workout, then I'll do gentle stretching for 5 minutes. If I'm traveling, then I'll do bodyweight exercises in my hotel room. Keep this list on your phone and review it every morning. The key is making your backup plans easier than your original plan, not harder. Why does this eliminate failure? Most people quit exercising not because of one missed day, but because one missed day turns into a week off. By having predetermined alternatives, you maintain the habit even when circumstances aren't perfect. Behavioral research shows that people with if-then plans are twice as likely to achieve their goals. Here's a real example. Someone had planned to go to the gym but got stuck in a late meeting. Instead of skipping exercise entirely, their if-then plan kicked in. They did squats and lunges while waiting for their dinner to cook. Another person's plan was if they felt too exhausted for exercise, they would simply walk to the end of their street and back. Often, starting with the easy alternative gave them energy to do more, but even when it didn't, they maintained their streak. The fifth method is the progress celebration ritual, which rewires your brain to crave exercise. Get a physical wall calendar and colorful markers. Immediately after any exercise, no matter how brief, mark a big, satisfying X on today's date. Write one word describing how you feel post-exercise, like energized, proud, or strong. Take a photo of your calendar chain every Sunday and share it with someone or post it somewhere. Place the calendar where others in your household will see it. The celebration must happen within 30 seconds of finishing exercise for maximum psychological impact. Why does this create lasting change? Your brain responds powerfully to visual progress and social accountability. The physical act of marking the calendar releases dopamine, creating a positive association with exercise. The one-word feeling helps your brain remember the immediate benefits rather than focusing on the effort. Research on habit formation shows that people who track visually are 90% more likely to maintain habits long-term. For instance, one person hung their calendar in the kitchen where their family would see it. Their kids started cheering every time they saw a new X added. This social reinforcement became so motivating that missing a day felt worse than doing a quick 2-minute workout when tired. After 30 days, they had an unbroken chain that felt too valuable to break. The sixth method is the energy investment mindset, which completely reframes how you think about exercise. Before exercising, rate your energy level from 1 to 10 and write it down. Do any amount of exercise, even just 5 minutes of movement. 10 minutes after finishing, rate your energy level again. Focus entirely on this energy gain, not calories burned, muscles worked, or distance covered. Keep a simple log of these before and after numbers. Review your log weekly to see the pattern of energy gains. Why does this transform everything? Most people see exercise as spending energy, but data consistently shows that moderate exercise increases energy levels for hours afterward. When you start tracking and focusing on energy gains, exercise becomes an investment that pays immediate dividends. Studies show that people who exercise for energy rather than weight loss are 5 times more likely to maintain the habit. Here's how this plays out. Someone started tracking their energy levels and discovered that a 5-minute morning walk consistently raised their energy from a 4 to a 7. This 3-point boost lasted for hours, making their entire morning more productive. They began to see exercise not as something that took time from their day, but as something that gave them more useful hours by increasing their energy and focus. Let me summarize what we discussed today. First, start with just 2 minutes daily to build momentum without triggering resistance. Next, stack exercise onto existing habits so you don't need extra willpower. Then, create environmental anchors that make exercise automatic. Additionally, develop if-then backup plans for every possible obstacle. Also, celebrate every workout visually to build positive associations. Finally, track energy gains to see exercise as an investment, not a cost. The most important thing is to start with just one of these methods today. Don't try to implement all 6 at once. Pick the one that resonates most with you and commit to it for 1 week. You might be amazed at how quickly exercise shifts from a struggle to something you actually look forward to. After watching this video, please try the 2-minute momentum method first. Set a timer for 2 minutes right now and do any simple movement. It really only takes 2 minutes, so try it immediately. You might feel significant changes within just 1 week. Small actions taken consistently create extraordinary transformations. If today's content was helpful, please hit the like button to help others discover these methods. If you want more practical solutions for life's challenges, please subscribe to the channel. Let's solve problems together and build better habits. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and remember, your exercise breakthrough starts with just 2 minutes.